On today's That Park Place Daily Countdown, a new rumor says the Silver Surfer will be replaced with a Captain Marvel-level female villain. Bloomberg reports Disney is exiting a massive market entirely. Netflix says they're not scared to give out their streaming data. Darren Aronofsky makes the most spectacular movie you'll never see, and Netflix goes retail. All that on today's That Park Place. Look up in the sky. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's the That Park Place Daily News Countdown, where we treasure truth, justice, and yes, the American way. Although, if you're not in America, maybe you should come check it out sometime. Let us know you're coming over, and we'll put a spot on the couch for you, maybe even a guest room. Welcome, one and all. I'm Jonas J. Campbell, and here with me is Mr. Vash Sky. Vash, are you doing well?
Well, I am doing very well. Apparently, you're very welcoming, so I'm all good right here.
Well, yeah, it is morning in America, and we're here to talk about all the entertainment, streaming, theme park, and video game news that should be fun.
Number 1.
Hello, this is John Trent, the editor-in-chief at Bounding Into Comics. Today I got a story about a rumor claiming that the Fantastic Four film will feature a female Herald of Galactus. Let's get into this here. This latest rumor comes from My Time to Shine. Hello, the Scooper states Galactus' herald in the MCU Fantastic Four reboot will be a woman. And that is the gist of the scoop. That is indeed the main rumor. However, we do have information dating back as far as 2019 from Scooper Mikey Sutton that the character Frankie Ray would indeed be part of the Fantastic Four film. This is what Sutton posted back on Facebook in 2019. He said, Johnny Storm has fallen for a new girl, a gorgeous redhead named Frankie Ray. One of the priorities for Marvel Studios when they debut the Fantastic Four in the MCU is to flesh out the characters in ways that Fox didn't do. And there are several decades of comic books that Marvel Studios will pull from. They're thinking of building up Ray as Johnny's dream girl, his Mary Jane, if you will. Fantastic Four is still early in development, but Ray is on their radar. After the Silver Surfer is introduced as the Herald of Galactus, it is a job that Norrin Radd doesn't have for long. But who will take his place? And there lies the tragedy of Johnny's love for Ray as she becomes Galactus' new herald, just like she did in John Byrne's classic 80s Fantastic Four comics. Ray appeared in Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, but Marvel Studios wants to make her soar as a cosmic power, one that could provide a challenge for even Captain Marvel. So that is the latest rumor regarding the Fantastic Four film, and it dovetails nicely with the rumor we heard from 2019 from Scooper Mikey Sutton.
Number 2.
Jonas J. Campbell with a story out of Deadline. Disney is set to sell their Indian operation to Reliance Industries in a deal valuing the business at $10 billion. This one by Jesse Whitcock. Disney could be offloading its Indian operation in a deal valuing the business at $10 billion. Bloomberg reported this. They want to sell a majority stake to their rival Reliance Industries. Now, that would just be their Indian rival. Obviously, in the United States, they have a completely different set of rivals, including Comcast and Netflix. This follows months of rumors Disney would get rid of its Indian operation as its U.S. flagship operation reconfigures its global operation and attempts to bring down cost. Disney also has a significant linear TV operation in India, which may not be a good structural fit going forward. In the same week, rumors of a Disney India sale emerged. Disney CEO Bob Iger told CNBC that the model was definitely broken. As far as the earnings calls go, Disney Plus's massive losses have generally come out of India, where they let go of the IPL Cricket League and lost literally 12 million subscribers almost immediately. Now, they are also losing subscribers in the United States, but that is a story for another day. But with that being said, do you think this is a healthy strategy for the Walt Disney Company to get out of a market entirely and become only a producer of content as far as the Indian subcontinent goes? Your thoughts are appreciated in the comments down below.
Number 3.
Good news, everybody. Ted Sarandos, Netflix's co-CEO, envisions a streaming world with transparency on par with movie ratings, TV metrics, and music. It's a path the industry is inevitably heading towards, according to Sarandos. And the investors are the ones that are pushing them to it, and frankly, it's about time. Hi folks, it's CC here for That Park Place, and in a condensed version of my own story on my own channel, I thought we would talk about this particular issue since we really need streaming transparency. And let's look at how Netflix is set to do it and possibly expose all the other streamers out there. That's right, a long-form video is available on my channel, check it out. You see, initially, according to Sarandos, Netflix guarded its viewership data not because it needed secrecy, but because of a promise that they made to their creators. Of course, that time is long behind us now since streaming's growing importance has driven the need for more transparent data sharing, much like TV and music, especially with the inclusion of ad tiers and renewed investor demands that are getting louder and louder. To support this, Netflix regularly began releasing its top 10 lists and making the initial shift towards openness. And Sarandos, of course, went on to emphasize that those decisions and viewer engagement becomes the primary metric. If a show performs or not should be reflected in viewership data alone, and clearly the audience themselves are always more interested in, well, good programming. They're also becoming more interested in this data. Of course, as I mentioned before, I'll ask you, will this be the new norm in the future? Do you see this kind of data transparency spreading, even to reluctant companies like Disney? Let us know your thoughts on this down in the comments section below.
Number 4.
Hi everybody, Tommy Tables here. Who has not dreamed of having their own holodeck? Sadly, we're not quite there yet. However, we have taken one giant leap towards it, and that is in the shape of Sphere, which is a semi-domed, gosh, I'm not even sure what to describe it. It is set in Las Vegas, and it is a giant sphere whose interior is coated with 160,000 square foot, 16K LED displays all around, all sides, up above the audience, and all the like. And these visuals are also accompanied by an amazing new sound system, as well as features such as wind and haptic seats. Sphere opened up on September 29th with a YouTube concert, and Darren Aronofsky of Black Swan fame has completed a film for it, the very first film ever for this globular format. It's called Postcard from Earth, rather, and it's a bit of a narrative / documentary about various scenes set on our planet. It seems kind of similar to IMAX when it first released, to tell you the truth, although this probably is a lot more immersive. They had to create their own film camera from scratch. They didn't even get to see the final result until close to when they were supposed to start playing it. And in fact, I've heard that this movie is actually pretty decent. It's got quite a lot of star power working on it, including the editor of Oppenheimer, Jennifer Lame, who was recruited to cut the movie. Looks like it'll be a fun experience. If you're ever in Vegas and you have a chance to check it out, please let us know what you think. We'd love to get a firsthand account of the immersive nature of this. Are you interested in this? Do you want to see more spheres pop up all over the world? Let us know your thoughts down below.
Number 5.
Hello there, Vash Sky here with our next story, this time from Variety. Why Netflix is planning to open its own permanent retail outlets, by Todd Spangler here. Do you want a side of fries or maybe a t-shirt or hoodie with your next binge-worthy Netflix show? Netflix announced plans to open its first permanent bricks and mortar locations. I thought it was brick and mortar, initially targeting 2 in the US in 2025. The company has not said where those will be. The outlets will be kind of mini theme parks, they say. They'll serve food and drink, sell merchandise, and include, quote, immersive installations based on hit titles such as Squid Game or Stranger Things, of course. Now, this is particularly fascinating because, well, Chapek was all talk about how they had advantages over Netflix, like their synergistic flywheel, in which they could produce content at the studio division and then leverage that content through merchandise sales, other retail opportunities, trademarks, partnerships, even at the theme parks themselves in the form of attractions and shows. And it looks like Netflix, well, they're looking to get into the game here. Particularly fascinating because, well, their lead competitor, you can see this synergization or synergistic flywheel effect in motion. Their leading competitor, well, they actually just shuttered pretty much all of their stores here via CNBC. Disney shuttering at least 20% of Disney stores as it shifts focus to e-commerce. This was published back in March of 2021. And, well, they've been trying to make up for that loss in brick and mortar by their theme parks that they're raising prices on. So Disney getting out of the brick and mortar game, Netflix getting into it, almost like they heard Bob Chapek when he was giving those comments and how they had certain advantages over Netflix. It looks like they are responding in kind, and it is fascinating. Will you be wanting to pick up some Stranger Things merch from one of these outlets? Would you go on a Squid Games inspired attraction? Let us know in the comments below.
Well, it's the end of another beautiful day here on That Park Place. Thank you so much for joining us. Vash, where can people find you?
Oh, the best place to find me is going to be at VashGuy on X, is what we're calling it right there. But hey, as people know, they can use our beautiful handles to contact any one of us. So there you go.
Yep. And of course, our contributors' links are down below. Check those out if you are interested in more of their amazing content. And as always, please subscribe to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com for all the news that should be fun. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.